Everybody, welcome back to some Spelljammers, episode 10. Thanks for being here. We got our usual crew with us, ready to go, ready to play some D&D in space. And I'm not going to ramble very long to start because we got a big old fat session tonight. A lot of stuff in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and, I guess I'll be polite first. How's everybody doing? Are you guys doing good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Doing well? Okay.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah.
All right.
Now,
Pleasantries aside now. Who wants to give me a recap?
I guess that's me.
All right, Robot. Tell me a story.
Robot. We had, let's see. So after we had cleared out the fires from the disaster that we came up upon, we had interrogated the rest of the crew, and Fred had told us of Ryback was just cooking and his tool happened to explode. And after looking at that portable cooking plate that he was using to cook some dinner on, we noticed that it seemed to be trapped, reminiscent of the booby trap that was at the academy. We could tell that some sort of explosion must have expanded out from this device specifically, and then all the creatures summoned out of it. Sal, he ended up suspecting Myken right away and just intimidated the shit out of him.
That's not true. I deduced it.
Yeah, you deduced it, but like, you intimidated the shit out of him.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, and then we found out that Myken was paid off by the Hurricane to do this. He was paid off. He was given 2 scrolls, one to summon the Mephits and one to use the fireball. So we immediately had to subdue him, and he was really sad and remorseful about it, but betrayal has run deep. And Sal ended up hog-tying him, and he's just a prisoner now. We alerted Tardo with the sending stone that we found on Ryback's body and told him of the mishap, and took stock of what was lost in the fires. Nothing too important, so we moved on. We installed the Spelljammer helmet and confirmed there was nothing dangerous on the ship anymore, and we were safe, finally. And then we started a long rest. But in the meantime, we interrogated the Autognome. Not really interrogated, but he spoke to him. I finished repairs on him, and he told us that they were just a crew of Autognomes that were beholden to the Beholders, like you saw. And then the Beholders ended up just disappearing one day. They just ended up leaving, left the Autognomes there, and then the spider bots with the horror things, the horror spiders, clockwork horrors, that's the ones. They just came in and started killing the crew, and Wispop just happened to hide long enough and survived. But now he's part of the crew, and he's a cook. Replaced Officer Ryback. Sort of convenient. Ryback will be missed. And then I felt stronger at the end of my rest. That's it. Now we're off to Hakatha. We're off to Hakatha.
All right, Robot. Pretty good. I think you covered everything. Did you miss anything, guys? Anything y'all want to add? I think it was pretty good.
I think it was pretty good.
All right. Robot, you got inspiration for the evening. Good work.
Thank you.
We did end with you guys leveling up. I believe you're level 4 now, if I'm not mistaken. And we ended with you guys on your way to Hakatha. So I suppose let's go ahead and jump over to our screen here. But before we go all the way there, though, because we didn't have Slick last time, I'm going to put you guys back in the ship and give you just a kind of a last minute, we're about to do this moment. So all of you are currently aboard this tyrant vessel that you've reclaimed as your own, floating above Hakatha, the Spindle disk planet, probably with other tyrant ships strewn about it, other beholder species living in it. And you're about to just go down there and yoink a big, fat, valuable rock that landed down there. Currently, Pakcha is at the helm, doing her piloting thing. She's proven herself capable, so she's doing it again now. And all of you are just settling in for the quick journey down to surface. What do you do?
Well, this is it, guys. This is our first real mission. Along with that simulation, we're going in it.
Can I cast a ritual? With the helmet on, or do I need to take it off for a second?
You'd have to take it off. Are you talking about for your crab?
Yeah.
It's already up. Don't worry about it. I have you on this map just so you can see what's going on too, but you're technically not in this room right now.
Okay,
But she is everywhere.
I was gonna ask, where are we? Like, are we getting ready to keyboard, or are we getting ready to go down to the surface?
You are in the motion of moving from outside orbit of this planet to moving towards it. You haven't even entered its atmosphere yet. We're on the way there, just slowly right now.
Right. For the sake of time, I guess I just want to congregate to that like middle section of the ship. Unless you want me to navigate myself there.
No. We could just role play it. So you're heading to the middle section of the command deck?
Yeah.
Okay. Sal, you head up to the command deck. You have to pass by Robot and Whizpop along the way. And Slick, who's hanging out in one of the cells of this ship. Slick, you just hanging out in that cell, or what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out there for now.
Okay. Robot?
I'm just talking to Whizpop.
Okay. Whizpop will actually engage a conversation with you. Are you talking about anything specific, or no?
No, I got a lot of information out of him before, so nothing
Alright.
specific.
Well, he will actually start a topic with you, as he'll look towards you and say, "So, heading down to Hakatha, it feels like, aye?"
Yes, have you been there before? Actually, you've been in service at the Beholders a long time.
Indeed, I have.
Well, what can we expect down there?
It's a bit chaotic, I guess you could say. There's 6 ports of Beholders down there, their own civilization. And a few warring factions as well, and a few that just want to be left out of it.
How do you tell them apart?
You know, that's a very good question. I don't know. I would say if it doesn't zap you on sight, that would at least be an implication. If it does try to zap you on sight, probably one of the more violent tribes.
You say most of them tend to be violent, or maybe only some?
Well, it's common knowledge that a species of beholder and spectator tend to strew towards a lawful evil type. So, in some cases, they may just do it because it's fun, but it's not likely. They'll maybe try to communicate first.
Okay. Never dealt with a beholder before directly, I don't think. Well, I'm a little nervous now, I'm not gonna lie. Just pop up, boy.
Slick's gonna turn himself into a beholder now. Can't wait.
We know where we know the meteor landed on the spire on Hakatha?
I think that may be what you were told. It landed in the spire, on the spire, something like that.
And where exactly is this spire?
Well,
What is
that's an odd question. The spire is basically the planet. It rests on a disk of water, and out the middle shoots a giant pointy rock. That's the spire.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'm a little nervous of these beholders, but we'll see what happens. You're not coming with us, right? Was Bob? You said you don't have any fighting capabilities.
I would prefer to stay on the ship if allowed. I guess for now you are my master, so I will follow your orders.
You don't have any sway with any beholders, do you? You're just you were just their servant.
I was more so viewed as a slave, so I doubt I have any sway at all.
Okay. You can stay here where it's safe.
What do
Thank you.
beholders look like?
Well, they look like big, floating flesh balls with a big eyeball in the middle and tentacles with more eyeballs attached to them on all sides. Some have 8, some have 6, some have 4, some are small, some are 3 times my size. There's lots of types.
Can they see out of every eye
Yes.
at the same time? Won't that be confusing?
I don't know. I've never seen through a beholder's eyes before.
Now, do the amount of eyes matter? Like, if one guy has 8 eyes, does that mean he's like the king?
You see Wizpop think for a moment, like he's trying to remember all the types of these creatures he's seen before. And then he comes back to you and says, I always remember the ones with more eyes tending to be more imposing. I would imagine they'd likely have better strength.
Now, if you poke them in the eye, does that affect the other eyes?
I don't know. I would imagine it would. Getting poked in the eye would probably hurt something made of, well, flesh.
So the eyes are the weakness, is what you're saying.
I can't guarantee that, but it seems like a smart place to attack.
Now, since you used to be owned by the beholders, if it came push to shove between us and your beholder buddies, who are you picking?
Probably the quickest hiding spot possible.
You wouldn't pick us?
I'm not quite sure I understand the question. Can you give me an example?
All right. You're given a crossbow, and you have one bow, and it's me fighting a beholder.
A crossbow? That's terrifying. Why?
And you have to take one shot, either at me or the beholder. Who you shooting?
He cocks his head back for a moment like he's thinking. Maybe like he's calculating something. And then he comes back and says, currently you are my masters, so if you ordered this, I would attempt to shoot whatever creature you tell me to shoot. However, I believe there is a 95% chance that when attempting the shot, the crossbow would hit the floor before the bolt left it.
But if I did ask you to shoot the beholder, who was your former master, you would attempt, though.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I would prefer not to be owned, so if we did run into them, if I had a chance to not be a slave again, I would prefer that.
All right. You just stick with us, you won't be a slave. Just remember that. And I give him a wink.
Thank you. He just smiles at you. Smile.
Jamie, I put a quick message in chat in case you haven't seen that.
I've not seen
The Discord chat.
Oh, I can take care of that. Don't worry. I got it right now.
Okay.
Wizpop looks back to you, Robot, and then asks, did you say he was the captain? And points towards Slick.
Yes. Yes. Captain Ross is the captain.
Wizpop looks back to you, Slick, and says, then your orders are the word, I guess the saying is. I will do what you ask.
Sounds like
Don't worry, Wizpop. It won't come to it. We just need to know that we trust you.
Wizpop nods, and then just stands at attention, almost like he's waiting for orders.
Oh?
Should be fixed now, Slick.
I think all the rest of the crew had gone to sleep. Or
Sleep?
All right.
Or I don't know. Actually, what time? I guess we've been out for a while. What time of day is it?
Well, you've already took 2 long rests so far. Right now, the ship is moving, and it's moving towards Hakatha.
We're going.
Oh.
We're
I'm
ready
ready
to
for
go.
you, Wizpop.
We're ready to go find ourselves a comet. Crashed.
Okay, we're moving on, unless anyone's doing anything else. Okay,
Nope, I think we're all good to go.
the mission to Hakatha starts. Your ship starts drifting into the atmosphere of Hakatha. It looks rather surreal, just seeing this thing. As you see this, exactly as it was described, a disc of water with a giant mountain just jutting out the middle towards the stars. That is the Spire. Pacha, how are you taking the entry to the planet?
I'm gonna try and come in. Shoot, I don't even know.
We were told
I don't
not
even
to
know where to
land in
go.
water. Just saying.
Try and look for a spot on the
sink.
spire.
Try to look for a spot where maybe a meteor might have impacted.
So just to let you know, so this is your ship is this viewpoint is your ship approaching this. This is a massive mountain. If you were to land at the foot of it and then try to go on foot around it, it would take days upon days to traverse it. It's actually really large. So where are you taking the ship specifically, or what is your goal with the ship right now?
I'm scanning for a meteor impact.
Okay.
Looking with my special eyes.
So you start moving the ship just towards maybe the middle-ish of the spire, just kind of trying to get an eyeball for
Eye
what.
out for other ships.
Now,
Getting-
Pacha, you keep that shit going steady.
Can we go out like onto the deck of this ship? There's like an upper deck still technically, right?
There is an observation deck at those 3 tunnels you guys were climbing in and out of before. If you go all the way up, it's just an empty room, but you could see out through that room, and there were 3 of them.
Yeah. I want to be in there.
Yeah, I want to go up there as well.
And
Okay.
I just want to like look around. Are there other ships like patrolling around Hakatha at all? Any space debris, floating things? Like what's out there?
Right now, you don't see any. You just see the spire itself.
Just clear skies. No asteroid pieces, nothing like that.
No,
No craters.
Just well, you're not close to it right now. I was waiting until they.
Yeah, I'm
So
not
there's
like
that.
specifically. Like, I'm just like space debris stuff. Yeah. Clear skies. Just keeping an eye out for any other beholder ships that might be coming in.
You know what they say, clear skies welcomes the thighs.
We should keep trying to patrol around the spire and see if we can spot any kind of impact location or something. Maybe something, some sort of new construction, maybe even.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
I'm just.
How big are these beholders?
From small to huge. They could be as big as us, maybe a little bit smaller, or even like a lot bigger. Well, it's Wispop said.
So if push comes to shove, we could jam them.
Well, we should try to
No,
avoid
don't
that.
you.
We might have to, but it'll be tough. I think. Me.
We used to jam the bad guys on the prairies late at night sometimes.
I found anything.
Like cow tipping.
Pacha, make a perception check.
Oh, sorry, kitten.
The only thing we were
Um,
tipping with them bad guys.
Where am I? I
Where
can't
are
look
you
like
indeed?
Person.
At
Make
the,
a perception check.
at the top right corner, there's an actors button. Looks like a little head on shoulders. You click that, and then there might be a players folder, a Paksha folder, and then it's you. You just click that and your character sheet will pop up.
Okay. And what did you need?
Perception.
Show me perception.
Show me potato salad.
Whoa. Hot diggity dog.
It's pretty good. So you're moving towards the spire. Your first goal, Paksha, is to locate where this point of entry should be for your ship, or where to put it around this mountain, looking for where that meteorite may have fell. But you're keeping a very keen eye around you as well, which is good, because another tyrant ship that looks very much similar to yours is approaching, and it's not that far away. What do you do?
I tell the captain about what's happening.
There's
Continue
shit
on
coming.
Continue on my course, I guess. Until
Uh,
Slick tells me otherwise.
Real quick, I looked down at that gnome fella, Robot 2. What language do them beholders speak?
They tend to communicate telepathically with whatever, I guess, main language is the creature it's trying to speak to. They also can speak some aberration language I'm not too familiar with.
I start grabbing a bunch of different wigs out and pushing my body out. It looks like that it has like different like eyes coming out from my goo form, where I'm like a circular man with like what appears to be eyes looking out. Does that look like this?
Wizpot looks at you, and just like his eyes go wide as he just says, "Oh, yeah, sometimes."
All right. So
This is gonna go
I
great.
have. I'm trying to make myself. I'm gonna get my hair like this. I'm trying to make myself look like a beholder as much as possible. So I have like different like. I'm no longer in like a humanoid form. I'm not like in what I imagine a beholder's form to look like.
All right. So you try to take the gooey form of a beholder, just growing all these limbs. You can't float, so I guess you're trying to hold yourself up like with a thin line or something, or
Yeah, it's like you know like those street performers who
look like you're sitting on
there's-
air.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take this form. Wizpop's pretty impressed with it. That ship is still approaching, and so what are you doing with the ship, Paksha?
I'm not increasing our speed, I'm just continuing our course.
Okay. The ship starts slowing its speed as it gets quite close to yours. Right about there. And then it stops. And then you hear a voice in your head, Paksha, since you're at the helm right now. And it says, "You unload vessel, Horus or Hakan." Now, just so you're aware as well, on the observation deck, that's actually where you can kind of see outside. You're kind of poking out the ship on the top a bit. That is the only spot where you could be seen right now if you were trying to do something like that, Slick. Do what you want.
Okay, I am on the observation deck. Am I within 30 feet of the other ship?
No.
How close is the other ship?
About 100 feet out.
All right, I'm just on the deck, looking like a beholder as much as I can, and I'm gonna try to cast minor illusion. And I'm gonna try to create like a 5-foot small beholder thing next to me that looks exactly like me. It's what I think a beholder looks like. I've never seen one before. And we're just on the deck, and I'm just going like.
All right, you're on the deck, portraying the look of of beholders, two of you.
Beep.
I stay in Wizpop's head. Horus or Hakan? Is that what you said to me?
That is what I said. Wizpop looks around for a moment, and are you just kind of staring directly at him, Paksha?
What? No, I'm not staring at Wizpop. I'm saying it in his head.
Yeah, I know. He's trying to discern where that's coming from. No one's talked in his head before like that, other than beholders, I guess.
Oh.
And your telepathy doesn't go two ways, right?
No.
Okay, start.
It's a 50-50.
Is there a beholder on the ship?
Did I hear him say that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to pretend to be one. Shut up.
Oh, and then he looks to you and says, the horse and Hakan are the two. Those sound like the two warring factions.
What was Bob? Oh,
Horus and Hakan. I started yelling, Horus and Hakan! Horus and Hakan!
So you start yelling out of the ship in common.
Yeah, Horus and Hakan. Because I have no idea what it means. I just heard that it's something related
Which
to
one of them is
beholders.
better?
They're both pretty violent, but if I had to pick a side, I think Hakan is more naturalist.
I mean, I don't know. Pick Horus.
What's Horus? I thought it was.
I
their
don't like
greeting.
nature. I'm a robot.
That's
Horus.
that's not their greeting.
I immediately. You're taking too long. I immediately say Horus to the other ship.
Are you sure?
Is that your final answer?
And that's what my shipmates told me.
Yeah.
Okay. You respond back to this telepathic message you received and say, Horus. The other ship rotates, just in position. It's completely stopped for a moment, for an uncomfortable amount of time. 5 seconds go by, and then 10 seconds.
I'm still yelling, Jamie.
And then the ship turns and leaves, heading back down to the surface and kind of patrolling around.
I scared them off. It was like my fake eyes are going like this.
Good work, Captain.
Continue on.
Okay. You proceed the ship closer to the spire. You can see more tyrant ships now in the airspace that you're in. A lot of them aren't really paying you much mind. 2 are floating side by side off in another direction. You see one way below. A bit of civilization way below as well, but you know that's not really your goal right now. You're looking for a hole in that spire. Make another perception check.
Can any of us make this?
Only the pilot. I suppose if you're on the
Guidance.
observation deck, you could try as well.
I gave her guidance.
Hey, add a D4 to that. It's D4, right? Or is it D6?
For sure
Should be
still-
D4.
Yeah, that doesn't change, I don't think.
Okay, that's pretty good.
30-20.
So, Pakta, you move close to this spire, to where you're right out of reach of it, and just start rotating around while looking up and down. And eventually, you see what looks like a perfect spherical impact jutting down hard in the mountain. Just looking at the way this thing landed and the position it's at, it seems extremely dangerous, if not impossible to approach through that hole itself. So you start glancing around to see if maybe there's a safer entrance or a larger cavern or cave or something around it, and it doesn't take too long to find one not too far away from the entry point of this meteorite. Do you want to take the ship to it?
Yeah.
Okay. You slowly maneuver your ship up to this spot, this cave entrance along the wall of the spire, until you're just out of reach of it. Looks like maybe if you had a bit of rope, you could just climb out the bottom of this thing and be on the edge or ledge of this cave. But the ship is just floating there.
I like put her in park.
Throw her in park, baby.
I let everyone know we have made it to a cave we need to go into.
Horse no con.
Engage docking procedures.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell to Pacha and tell her to throw this bad boy in park and let's get out of here.
Do you know how to parallel park?
I do that.
Put in reverse.
Is there like a anchor?
There is no anchor on the ship, but your ship does have a lot of sharp, pointy, spindly legs.
Sea urchin, you gotta stick to a wall or something.
I try and bring this. I try and do that. I try and use the legs to
Okay,
grab onto the wall.
you can definitely do that. As you approach, you kind of tilt the ship a bit. Everyone feels it lean a little bit because you're now in the gravity of this planet. But you get the legs to stick into that wall near this cavern, to where it looks like you still need a bit of rope to get down to it, but your ship is now safely stuck into the wall of the spire.
Alright, put it in park. Get out.
We all
Who has rope?
get out.
Hey, what do you do?
Well,
You're
Get out
just
as a
in the
group.
ship?
We get out as a group.
So
we have rope, right?
Go ahead.
Climb.
Get the rope out.
Yes, we have rope.
All
I
right.
believe.
So you
How much
tie
rope do
off
we
some.
need?
You're tying off some rope to climb out of the ship now. Is that what's happening?
How
Yeah.
much did you say we needed?
So you get some rope, tie it off in a spot through one of the entrances. You see that, most beholders kind of float in the air. So the X of these things are spherical, just holes that they probably just float out of and roll on into wherever they're going. In your case, gravity is kind of your enemy. So you tie off some rope to be able to descend down to this cave entrance.
How
doesn't-
is the gravity on? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no,
You keep going. I'll ask that afterwards. I was gonna say, how is the gravity on this planet? Does it seem very similar to what we're used to? Does it seem harsher?
it seems identical to Toral's.
Okay.
But you're able to get down without any problems. I'm not gonna make you make checks to climb a rope down as all of you land on this ledge. But it's a rather small ledge, maybe about 10 feet out till it's a complete drop down to another ledge way, way, way below you, perhaps miles down below. You are up very high in the air right now. But in front of you lies a cavern entrance that's not completely flat. Looks like it starts jutting downhill almost immediately, but you're all standing right outside of it.
I look over the cliff and I'm just gonna say generally to anybody who's listening, I'm just gonna say that I could jump off that ledge and I could live.
I bet it
What?
would be a fun glide down,
It would be fun.
not a fun trip back up. Maybe on the way out we can go pick you up.
You pick me up?
You're okay? You wanna jump?
He can glide.
I can't fly, but I can fall with style, baby.
You
Yeah,
need
you would
someone
just-
to talk to, man.
You would glide gently down, right? You would just paraglide all the way down to the bottom, right? Assuming you don't fuck up.
For miles, you can do that for miles,
Miles and miles.
What's the
kilometers.
furthest you've ever glided before?
Blade?
Glowed? Glued.
Okay.
I don't know if we've ever actually measured how far I've gone. I've gone a pretty decent far before, though.
If I grabbed your feet, could I glide with you?
You seem, well,
I'm gonna
sounds pretty
say
strong,
no.
maybe.
I don't know the physics behind that.
Actually,
but
no.
I think that might be up to Jamie. But I would probably say no.
Definitely not down. Definitely not down. Not down this.
Not down this way.
This beast.
We're not gonna
This
try it
triple
right
black
here.
diamond.
We'll try it somewhere else.
To the cavern.
Okay, you guys head on inside.
Word.
So
Definitely.
Orish and Hakah.
let's take you to a new map. Let me give you a little details first. So as you approach this entrance, it looks a little more like it might not have been formed naturally as you step towards this cavern. Maybe the result of a large blast or something of the sort. But once you step inside, it seems to open up to a natural cavern. Stalagmites and stalactites litter the area of this 30-foot tall cavern. A passage to the northeast can be seen leading deeper into the cavern, but the ceiling slowly starts to get lower as you look further in, down to about 10 feet. There is light in the room you're in currently, due to the sunlight from outside. However, looking down that passage to the northeast, it starts getting dark real quick.
So this is the entrance right here.
Yes.
I cast light on my good friend.
Do it. Show me.
Show me light.
Is our autonym? Is Rowboat 2 not coming?
No, he's incapable of combat.
But I thought he said he would shoot the crossbow.
In a hypothetical situation, he would.
I am Horus and Hakar.
Carl. I cast light on Sal. Oh, that's cool. He gets like a little
Oh.
ring effect.
Yeah, is this persistent? This is cool.
Yes.
Looks like it's moving with you too. Awesome.
I like it.
Careful now, everybody. Let's stick together and go.
Just
Careful.
know when
Oh, it's a
just like old times, while traveling, when you get to something or something's bound to happen, I will
Eagle
pause
Pasha.
and dictate.
Let's
Oh,
keep
boy.
a tight file. Keep a
Tight.
tight file.
Jefferson's
Tight
also
formation,
trying.
boys.
I am saying that we are keeping a tight file as we go down this cavern. I don't care how people like as they move along through the room if they trail off. We're keeping a tight file.
You want
So-
me to go? Do you want me to go first?
Well, let me ask a question, Jimmy. So, is this cavern? You said it was not naturally built. Does it look like it was built for beholders?
So the entrance looked like it may have been made from a stray large blast. But whatever it opened up is a natural cavern. Like the walls
Oh,
here are kind of
okay.
curved and look very rocky and naturally formed. But Sal, I can go ahead and tell you since you're asking, just looking a little bit deeper, the walls start to look a little more smooth.
Maybe I should go first because I'm the beholder.
If you want to.
Jefferson with me.
Guidance on Slick.
Jefferson's also trying to dress like the beholder.
I will I'll just follow closely behind like there it
So
is.
the walls in this cavern looked naturally formed until this point. But it seems some sort of carving was done here to make these paths, splitting the path in two. The carving looks a bit odd, though, as if simple tools were not used to make these passages.
I examine it deeply.
Okay. Make a perception check.
He is guidanced.
I added it too late. Go ahead and add your 1d4 to it. Okay. So, Slick, as you look at these walls and start to touch and feel on them, it feels like it definitely looks like these aren't just carved. Like you could notice at a first glance like that. But looking a bit closer, it almost looks like some intense energy or beams were used to rake these walls and carve the paths you see.
Looks like they were using beams to carve these walls.
Do beholders have this kind of technology?
Make a history
Natural
check, Sal.
ability.
Or whoever
Sorry,
was whoever's thinking about that, make a history check.
Ooh,
Oh,
I want to do that.
wrong spot.
Or an arcana
I'm gonna
check.
make it.
I'll take either one
I have
of those.
-1 to history. Did you say Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
I also have
Arcana.
-1 to that too.
I'm a fucking genius. Y'all know shit. And I can tell you the color of the beam.
Oh, you nat 20.
You could smell it.
I can smell it.
Opera knows everything there is to know.
Once Slick mentions that, whoever got a 15 or higher, you know on Toril that beholders exist in different ways there, via summoned or contracts or something along those lines. And you remember hearing at one point that in some cases, some of their eyes are able to shoot disintegration beams. Beams that would, if they hit a humanoid person, normally would turn them to ash immediately.
I
Like
relay
someone's-
all that information in their brains.
Well, that would be terrible to get hit by.
While she's trying to relay that to in our
Mm.
brains, I'm like, I think someone's been looking these caverns.
We're gonna have to be careful of disintegration beams. Oh no.
I think the beholders can look pretty good. Watch out.
They are made of tongues, right?
Mm.
Yummy.
Me.
Like Pacho, what do you say? That's a laser from their eyes?
What it seems.
That
Yeah.
makes more sense. And I try like using like a fake eye to shoot something out of it. That can
Just
work.
goop. Clearly,
Alright,
just
we did-
just little
We'll have
sad.
to be careful if we
meow.
try not to fight one of those.
I could do a blast, but I don't want to do it now. All right,
Oh,
left or right?
Don't
Right.
say it. We're gonna go left. Don't say it,
left.
Vodka.
Know what I'm thinking.
I know exactly what you're thinking. Don't say it though.
Right's correct. It's in the name.
man, this is going weird anyway.
Right is always right.
Going a different right though. But the loot's the other way.
You lied to me.
Loot's- My loot sensors are tingling. Beep, meep, meep.
We are in this bitch.
Yeah, we are.
We
Are the
noticed
walls
it,
changing at all
actually.
or anything?
Flick, you're the first in, so you're the first to notice. Let me pull this up real quick.
We were still keeping a tight file.
It's not good.
You are here. This massive natural area looks to be the home of two large beak creatures, both of which are currently sleeping along the northern end of the room. There looks to be a passage to the northeast that starts funneling into a smaller chamber, and it looks like there could be something back there too. And just so everyone else has an idea of what Flick sees at the other end of the room sleeping, two of them, is this.
That's not a beholder. Is that a beholder? 'Cause that's not what I thought they looked like.
Is what?
I say quietly.
We can't. Wait. Can't see anything.
I'm just gonna move out though. I'm not. Yeah, can't. Did you not see what Jamie posted?
I did, but. Well, I did, but. You know, I actually can't like see anything around that corner.
I'm saying
Well,
quiet. Is that a beholder? That's not what the robot two
Where-
said they look like.
I say in his
Where are
head,
they?
no.
Where are these things?
On
Did you
the
ping where they are?
On the
Okay.
northern wall. I think Slick can see a bit further than you
okay.
guys.
I see. Okay.
We
I just
should
wasn't up for enough.
Maybe.
Do I notice they have any treasure underneath them?
just looking at them, it looks like they're not really laying on much other than mostly just cavern floor. No, looks worn, but you don't see any treasure there. You think you might see something up here, though?
I'm gonna tell everyone this, and then I'm gonna slowly slither my way over here.
Right.
Okay.
Also,
Whoever's moving in the room right now, I need you to make a stealth check.
here we go.
Damn it.
I didn't want to. I was gonna say maybe we shouldn't all go.
But no, the guidance already rolled with it. I got a 4.
Damn, that was with disadvantage too, baby.
You got a 7. You just got a +1. The guidance didn't roll with it.
I need a Jefferson
think-
stealth check as well.
Oh, so I got
I
a
think
7.
I'm supposed to have advantage because of my carapace.
I have no idea, but right
Yeah,
now
sure.
you're not in the room sneaking, so you ain't gotta worry about it.
That is true.
You should have let
Jefferson.
go.
Where's Jefferson sneak?
For him, it would be because he's considered an NPC or familiar. You could just do a dexterity check for him. He didn't have anything special with it.
Roll dexterity, bud. Oh, you good?
Okay. Sal and Jefferson both are being very creepy. Jefferson's just kind of curving along the wall and just his bones aren't even rattling as he starts scooting along it. Sal, I have no idea how you're able to do it, but you're being extra sneaky, following Slick. Slick, however, keeps trying to maintain his you're trying to hold your beholder form, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And he is just sloshing like crazy, just trying to hold this form, this tiny pole to walk forward. It looks very odd moving forward. And unfortunately, that is enough to have one of these creatures open its eye and look down in your direction.
At me exactly.
Mm-hmm. It stands up, stretches its hooked arms out, lowers its head, opens its beak, and just lets off this... It's not even that loud, but it's like a low hiss in your direction. We're going to go ahead and go into initiative.
Wait, can I respond real quick?
Yeah, you want to do a quick
Well,
reaction?
I am
Yeah.
horse and or Hukar.
It seems to have no effect on them.
Nothing. I have the acting feat. I got that for nothing.
Against these, no.
Where's initiative again?
Remember, you gotta put your token in combat.
Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah. Right click, combat, and I believe I can use a.
That's fine.
Oh, that's weird. Where's my superiority dice?
More horrors?
My initiative should be 13 because I have guidance, right?
Does guidance add to initiative?
I don't know.
No.
No.
Actually, what are you confused about?
My
Also-
stuff is broken again. I don't have my
Your guidance is gone, also.
armor class is wrong again.
What's your armor supposed to be? Why are we doing this in the middle of the game? We need to look at this before. So what's wrong with your stuff now? Why's your armor class what's supposed to be?
It's supposed to be 20.
And you are at 18 right now? Okay. Fix that. I was gonna say you had a natural armor 20, so we can avoid that. Oh. There. Okay, done. Alright. So I have everybody but... Oh yeah, Jefferson's initiative is on Slick, so let me update that. Okay. So, immediate combat in this cave. Both of these bird creatures, once one gets up, another one gets up, and they start rushing both of you immediately. Or all of you immediately, sorry. These things are huge, by the way. The ground, you feel slightly tremble as they rush towards your direction.
Yeah, we're dead. Are they considered large creatures?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
The first guy right here is going to target you, Slick, with its hooks. It's going to swing twice, just trying to rake into you. First one's going to be a 15. I believe that hits. You're going to get cut for 15 slashing damage.
Alright, hold up. I'm
got a
gonna
reaction?
use one of my spells, a reaction. I'm gonna use the Hellish Rebuke, baby.
Let's see it. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 17. I don't think you target him, so you blew yourself up. But
ah, shit.
he takes 10 damage.
Wait, only 10?
Well, you said a 10, right? Did I get that wrong?
I rolled a 27.
Oh, for damage? So on a success, he takes half of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's gonna be 13, I believe. Yeah. So he was.
How's he looking?
Hold on, let me fix this real quick. He's supposed to be there. He's looking pretty healthy right now. Really healthy.
Mm.
Now his next hook comes at you. Which also is gonna just rip into your beholder-looking body.
I need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
For
I can't fit through this hole.
12 slashing damage.
I'm bloodied.
Oh yeah, I had us on the wrong screen. Here we go. That's all it can do for its turn. And now its next hook horror, which runs up. It's going to see Sal's closest to it. It's going to take some swipes at Sal. First one's a 10. Sal, I think you're able to dodge out of the way as you hear this massive, with this bone hook fly over your head. The next one comes soaring your direction.
That one hits.
That one catches you for 15 slashing damage. That's the end of both their turns. Next up is all of you, specifically Pakcha. You're up.
I can't do anything. Someone's in the way.
You can move through an ally for no extra movement. You just can't end your turn there.
Yeah, everybody needs to run.
Oh, actually, and also, I meant to say this, Slick, because of the position you're at. Slick, you see a backpack up in that corner beyond some refuse. Now, Pakcha, you can go. I should have said that earlier.
You said there was something up there.
Yes.
You want me to go for it?
If he's not right now,
Okay.
can you pass him the opportunity?
I squeeze past. Go. Oh.
Yeah, I'll just stand up against the wall.
I cast Shillelagh. I put my quarterstaff there. On my quarterstaff, and I'm going to try and get this one's attention.
Okay.
I must slap it.
Batch him. An 18 will definitely hit. For 11 magic bludgeoning damage. Very good.
Okay.
Slick and Jefferson.
Oh shit, should I go for it? Fuck it, yeah.
No.
I'm gonna take the dash action. That means I can move 60 feet, right?
It's true, but keep in mind, you move out of range of this thing, and it will try to cut you again. Unless you disengage, in which case you can get out of range without it cutting you.
Which is disengaging.
Disengage is an action, but it lets you do your 30 feet of movement without getting attacked.
So I can disengage. Where would I disengage? Just where I'm at?
Yeah, it's just like it's throwing away your action to disengage from a target. So if you say I want to disengage, then your action's gone, but you can move freely away from the enemy.
Okay, then I want to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'll end my turn.
Okay. What about
Jefferson?
Yeah.
Jefferson is gonna move into him and just try to get his attention. Like, oh,
you want him to do a skeleton punch or something, or you just want him to just wave his arms around?
He can't attack technically, unless he allowed me to attack him without doing damage.
Have him do a performance check.
You want to? So you want me to just do dexterity again?
Oh yeah, that'd be charisma. It's charisma's awful.
Charisma. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Do his charisma.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, that's a
All right.
Is that nat 20?
nat 20. Okay, yeah, this creature sees you trying to flee and like is tracking you, but then Jefferson just jumps in front of its face, just waving his hands up in the air repeatedly, and then the giant hook monster just looks down and holds his claws out. Looks like Jefferson has his full attention.
Also, I'm yelling to everyone, "Get out of here! All be fine."
Okay, end of turn.
Deep.
Yeah.
Sal.
Deep it out.
I'm getting out of here. I am going to use the disengage action. And get the hell out of here.
Akshay, you can still telepathically communicate with me, right? For how much distance?
120 feet.
And I can't respond to you, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Wait. Oh yeah, you had your.
I mean, you could yell back, right? But
Yeah. I can hide out until they go back to bed. Don't worry about me. I have a secret.
End of turn, Sal.
yeah, that ends my turn.
Robin.
This kosher? Oh.
You move along that wall. Just know that these are considered large creatures, so their reach is a bit further than normal.
Oh, am I in their melee range right now?
Actually, hold on. I might be lying there. Let me read this.
Also, I can't see. Like, everything's fog of war.
Yes, you are in their range right now. Sal was too, but I missed it. Sal, you got away with it. You can't see because you don't have dark vision and there's no light in here, but someone should be emitting light right now. Oh, yeah, your light source just went south in the hallway, so you can't see anymore.
I thought I did have dark vision. I thought that's why I gave Sal. He was the only one that didn't have it.
Do you have dark vision? I could be wrong.
Well,
I'm gonna have to double check.
buddy.
Alright, well, if I can't see, then I'm gonna retreat, I guess. I'm gonna come back, squeeze past Sal, and move out.
Okay, but keep in mind, you're leaving the range if you're doing that. They have 10 feet they can swing out at. You said you disengaged?
Well, I was just in the doorway right here.
Yeah, that's 10 feet out from them.
Oh, so I started in range.
Mm-hmm.
I'll disengage then, yeah.
Okay.
I do not want to get hit.
You slink away from the mighty hooks of these beasts. Is that the end of your turn?
Gary,
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Up next on round 2, our first hook horror is going to try to maul Jefferson with its hooks. Yeah, it's ripping into Jefferson for 14 slashing damage.
Holy moly!
That's all of Jefferson. It takes one cleave and just shatters Jefferson into a pile of bones, and his sombrero goes rolling across the floor. As soon as Jefferson disappears, it starts looking around again, and it sees Slick up there, trying to run into the corner, and moves in with its other claw raised and takes a swipe.
Yeah.
Which cuts into you again, Slick, for 10 slashing damage.
I'm also going to use my reaction again. And hit him with the... I'm going to do it from here this time, sorry. Hellish Rebuke.
He's going to make his dex save. You got 2.
Big damage.
Nice.
A lot. That's really good. 22 fire damage. As soon as you get cut, you shoot... you remember hearing these things shoot their spells from their eyes, so one of your big middle goo-looking eye just ignites this thing in flames for 22 damage. It is not yet bloodied.
Don't worry about me.
This will be the end of its turn. The other one sees Paksha
I'm worried about him.
and this crab.
I'm worried about him too.
It's gonna start swiping at her. Paksha, you're able to parry it off with your quarterstaff on the first swing. And for the second swing, you easily just step out of the way. This thing's lumbering and slow. You've hunted worse creatures than this before. Paksha, you're actually up.
I see Slick off in the distance, and I cast Healing Word.
Okay. What do you say for your healing word?
I say in Slick's head that don't die. That's it.
Those words of
and
encouragement
then
give you 9 health, Slick.
I'm gonna
Nice.
follow up with am I still in its range if I walk one back?
Yeah.
Like, is this technically leaving its range?
No.
Wait, I want to slap it first.
You still have an action if you want to slap.
Yeah, let me slap. How can she slap?
I like that.
Ooh.
You take your shillelagh quarterstaff and go to swipe at it. It has one of its hooks in the air and just clonks off of its hook.
I move back one.
Alright.
That's it.
Flick.
I shout out back to them. Just wait for me. Wait for them to settle down. I'm gonna grab what I need over here and I'll come back to you. Easy peasy and be sneaky this time. I'm gonna disengage once again from this guy.
Mhm.
10, 15, 20, 25. And then I'm gonna kind of just squeeze myself over here. 30.
Well, you can go further than that. You can go diagonals, and that's only 5 feet of movement, so you can make it all the way on top of that pack if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way to the pack then.
Okay. Anyone else could not fit here, but Slick, since you're a gooey boy, you're able to just pincer yourself along this wall and plant back against it, hoping this creature's not going to be able to reach you. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm not sure if this counts as an action, so I guess it would be. I already disengaged. So, yeah, that'll be my turn then.
Okay. You end your turn in the corners of this cavern. Sal.
I'm gonna hold my action, and I guess let's see here. So if this thing comes up to I'm gonna take a couple of steps through, actually, and then I'll end my turn.
All right. Robot.
I'll just stay close to Sal, and that's it. I'm just gonna wait in case backup is needed.
You wait patiently in the hallway. It's going to bring us to round 3. Both of our giant hook creatures are up again. Slick, the one you got away from, is still pursuing. It squeezes into this cavern, trying to get to the back. It makes it to this refuse pile, which it smells awful back here. As you can tell, that's it's poop corner.
I smell, Chief.
It splashes onto it, but it can't go any further. You're in its range, but it takes its hook and it's just clawing right in front of you, just reaching in. This thing is barely out of range of clawing into your goo body, but it just can't get you. It seems like you're safe back here for now, but that's not going to stop it from trying for the time being. It's going to take us to our other hook horror, which Poxer is still in the entrance. It steps up, and it wants to feast. It targets you with both of its hooks and swings again. The first hook cuts into your carapace for 14 slashing damage. The second hook does not. It starts to nick you a little bit, but you position yourself to where the blow just gets, what's the word? When it kind of shaves a target instead of actually hitting it?
Him.
I don't think the word is. It happens in World of Warcraft when your weapon skill's too low.
Glancing.
Glance.
It does a glancing blow to you and barely does anything at all, Pakcha. That's the end of its turn. It's all you guys again. Start with Pakcha. You have a familiar too, Pakcha. It can act on your turn if you wanted it to.
No, he's there for moral support.
Moral support crab. I got you.
I use the disengage.
The cat.
I know, fucking cats. They're both just going. I use the disengage to get away.
Okay, you scoot back down the hallway. You disengage so it doesn't get a swipe at you.
It's in danger.
I yell out again, I'll be fine.
The pathway right now, if you stop where you were, it will still be able to swing at you. And Robot, for that matter. Just FYI.
Oh.
Alright, well, it's not Robot's turn yet, but I suppose it doesn't really matter.
I did nothing on my turn. I wanted to stop there, but I knew I was in its range.
So, Sal, you want to... Actually, all of y'all can just act it right now as one. It really didn't make a big difference. So, Slick and Sal, what do you do?
I'll be fine. Wait for them to go away. I'm going to disappear for a little bit. I'll be fine. Am I able to grab the bag and do the action?
Yeah, you can grab the backpack.
I'm gonna grab the backpack and then I'm gonna do this ability. I want to let me use this. Alright, I don't know why it's not letting me use it, but I'm just gonna. It's not letting me use it on Foundry, so I'm gonna use it in here.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go chill in my, you see the lamp inside me start to glow as I grab the backpack. As I disappear, as it starts sucking me in, I disappear into it.
Okay. Your lamp comes out of your body, and then you kind of reverse with it. You go in the lamp.
Mm-hmm.
So it just clangs to the ground, laying there. You could hear just claws just raking as you went inside, but then it's very peaceful. You're in your little private space, your little bubble now.
I try and reach out, be like, Rick, you still alive? Or Slick, you still alive?
So he is inside an extra dimensional space right now. He would not be able to hear you.
So
okay, I didn't know if I could like feel him in the little lamp.
So you would just feel my presence gone, Pakcha.
He's dead.
I don't think like that.
Beep. Beep.
Okay.
Should we go back?
Yeah, I don't feel him. I tried to talk to his. He's not there.
This hook horror is at the entrance of this hallway that you're all standing in right now. You see its claws, and its beak like pushing through in its head as it's hissing and growling in your direction, like it's trying to get to you, but it's just too damn big to reach you.
Just having a normal conversation. So, anyways,
I smack at its beak without it like giving any kind of an attempt on me.
So if you go to attack it, it's going to strike you immediately. Because technically it'd be readying its action to bite you as soon as you got within range. Or claw you, I guess.
Okay.
Alright, if we're not trying to battle this thing anymore, I'm going to remove us from initiative. So everyone is okay at the moment.
I want none.
We could wait it out, and maybe they'll get tired, and we can try and retrieve his remains.
perhaps I should go this time.
Probably just yes. Yeah. Do you need
It's like they don't even listen to you, Slick.
As far as we know, he's dead right now. All
True.
right?
I can
True.
hear their conversation, by the way, right now.
Can you?
Yeah, I can still hear stuff.
I'd
Unless
say
they're- unless you
we're
think they're
nowhere
too
near
far
you.
away.
I'd say they're too far away now without
Okay.
shouting for you to hear them.
Are you hurt, Paksha?
A little bit.
I'll put my hand on her and I'll like I got you. And as I put my hand on her chest, my chest opens up and shoots a beam at her. And heals her. He's like,
The cupid in my chest, Sam.
I'm wiki.
that is
I'm a Twiki. Put the cupid in my chest.
So many layers of options for that one. Healing. Roll. Beam. Push my
Yeah.
points of healing into you.
Jamie, heal me. Yeah.
Well,
Couple
it might
plus.
take a little while for those things to calm down. Should we check out the other path for now and then maybe come back? I mean, it's still just thrashing around behind us, right?
Yeah, you guys are talking in a hallway right next to it where it can sense, smell, and hear and see flesh that it wants. So you just, every now and again, you see a hook raking in, and then the hook leaves, and then a head pops in hissing and roaring, and then it pops out, and it just keeps repeating that way.
We should at least move so that it thinks we're gone.
Yeah.
Remaining tight file.
Tight file.
Damn it, so you get in front. You have the light.
Let me double check
Oh.
that too real quick.
Would you like
Yeah, I
me
don't
to
think I have
get
dark
light?
vision. That's wrong.
Oh, nope. Sure don't.
Do you have light? Aksha? Can you
Yeah.
can you give light?
Yeah.
Wait.
I
Yeah,
can
it-
cast. I got 4 hands. And
True.
one of them can cast this.
Well, then, wait, technically concentration, no, it just lasts an hour. I will
I believe you can
Oh.
ignite it in your hand, right?
put light on myself.
You just put light on everybody.
I don't know how I did that.
Oh yeah. That's
Hell
what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
we're all the light now.
So I'm gonna get rid of a few of these. I'm gonna
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
no.
that one. So who'd you want light
No,
on?
but
I
I got
want
fire
I
now.
want light on me now, and then Pasha can light Sal.
Okay, put
We're
light
not
on
doing, like,
yourself,
some
and I'm
weird
gonna.
crisscross.
I'll fix it. I don't have a produce flame effect, so we're just gonna have to add the light manually. Let's see.
I don't know how I put
I'm
it
just
on
holding
Posh.
one of my little hands out.
I don't know how I
And
put
I've
it on
got
Pasha
fire.
too. Impressive.
Is produce flame something you can just hand away? I thought you had to hold it yourself as the caster.
Yeah, no, I'm
Oh.
holding it.
Oh, you're
I'm
holding
holding
it.
it.
I thought you had the
I-
actual light spell.
I have 4 hands. No.
All right, well you just do that now. I am lit up. I want light. Me.
You just do that.
All right,
I
Sal,
gave
the
it
light
to Sal
dissipates
thinking
from
I
you.
had dark vision.
Oh no,
have
now I
dark
can't
vision.
see.
Yeah, I thought I did, but no, me, I can see now. I got the spotlight headlights
Perhaps.
going on.
I should go first this time.
You are pretty difficult to hit. One might say you are a tank.
No! Come back!
You are a tank.
My crab! Help! Help! Put him on my head! Help! Help! Thank you.
Chloe, if we find any open chambers, we must
Yeah, I'm
take
taking
stock.
I'm taking it slow. Looking. I peek my head around this corner. What do I see in there?
You have a good sense of smell. I also like give Doctor of Guidance.
What do I smell in here?
You see a couple odd
Okay.
things. A floating silver orb rests in the room, and also something green and animated in the middle of the floor in the room.
What is it?
I very slowly. Like I'm trying to be stealthy.
Okay, make stealth check.
You
This
want to go in
is
that hallway, Sal?
Do I hear anything coming from this direction?
Nope. Nope, not at the moment. That's a pretty good stealth, Paksha. Okay.
I blend in. What am I looking at?
Now I can tell you what you're looking at.
Oh no!
Paksha, you sneak into this room as quiet as possible. Even your own party can't hear you, and you're right in front of them. The air is heavy and cool, filled with a faint ozone-like tang. The walls in this room shimmer with faintly glowing runes and organic vein-like ridges. This room feels wrong, like it was shaped by a mind unfamiliar with humanoid norms. Racks that resemble metallic brambles, clearly not for humanoid use, cover the southern wall with a pool of viscous fluid resting beneath them. An arcane light green eye is etched into the floor, consistently blinking and looking around the room. Strange silver orbs float around the room.
The holders.
I want to kill them, but I'm scared.
I'm gonna let bygones be bygones, and I'm just gonna sneak past, and I'm gonna say in everybody's head, there are offspring in there. Behold our offspring.
So just so the party is aware
I
here.
describe whatever. I describe all the other stuff, like the orbs and the goop on the ground and the eyeball.
So just so you guys are aware as well, the creatures that you left behind, that Slick is currently hiding from, they are mindless beasts. They're not very intelligent. It'll probably take some time for them to calm down or go back to rest, maybe even hours. So with that in mind, the floor is yours.
Take a quick break.
Like in real life?
Yeah.
Do you want to take a break in game life too, or?
Yeah, should we take like a long rest? Should we like go back onto the ship and take a long rest or something?
No, I say we still explore.
What about Slick?
Yeah, we should go like take a long rest and then we can go get Slick back and then we can go explore.
Okay.
Rest
Assuming
up.
things will be okay in a long rest amount of time.
Okay, in that case, we're gonna take a real life break too. Then we're gonna go for like 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we are back. So, yeah, you guys just found this weird room. Doctor's good sneaking into, but we're just hanging out in the hallway right now. What do we do?
I open up that bag.
You can. You want to pivot to? We want to pivot to Slick real quick with the backpack. We sure can. Actually, let me figure out where they're sitting first, and we can do that while the sit begins. Where are you guys going?
Well, let's not go into that room then, and I suppose we'll continue.
I mean, we could do a short rest, I suppose, just in this main first chamber here.
No Paksha.
No, I'm trying to put crab on my head.
That's true. We can do that. That's
There he is.
okay. I like this idea. And then we will retrieve Slick's remains.
So you guys head back to the entryway that you guys came into. You see the sunlight in this room again, just peering outside upward towards the hole you came from. Your ship is still stuck outside to a nearby wall. In the meantime, Slick, you are hidden in your genie lamp right now. Your 20-foot by 20-foot safe space with a new backpack, in addition to whatever you were already carrying. What do you do?
I'm gonna open up that backpack.
You open up that backpack, hoping to find something worthwhile inside. You risked your life for this, so you're really crossing your tendrils that it's worth it. As you peek inside this backpack, you see there's a few items in here that look a little old, but probably still worth it. You find 2 potions of healing,
Nice.
a bedroll, a medicine kit. For my OBS disconnected for a minute. Hope it's still okay. What looks like the hilt of a longsword, but only the hilt. But it still has a slit where the blade should be.
Can I examine the hilt of the longsword? Feel for any kind of magical properties or anything from it?
Make an investigation check on it.
Uno momento. 4.
That's not that good, but it's enough. So you're examining the hilt of this longsword, and it doesn't take long to figure out that there's something magical about this thing. You're not quite sure what it is, but you know there's more to it.
I think real hard because I'm gonna be in there for a little bit resting, so I'm gonna be thinking about it, and maybe potentially using some of my magic to kind of understand what kind of magic's in there.
Sure. You can try to attune to it. You want to do that?
I asked to make an Arcana check.
Yeah, you can try an Arcana check. Sure, why not?
Hell yeah! Oh,
Same results.
That's what I get. All right, I guess I'll try attuning to it while I'm resting, and I guess can I get the benefit of the short rest while I'm attuning to it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, now we go back to the party real quick. So you guys doing anything unique down here, or we're literally just killing time right now?
Keeping an eye out. Can I send also Jefferson on a scouting mission?
If you want to, I will say, yeah, you know what? Whatever you want to do, actually. I will say nothing.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it now because you said you didn't want to say anything.
He said nothing.
I said nothing.
Yeah.
You can go. You can do it if you want to.
He said nothing, and I don't feel like it's a good idea. I'm just gonna keep him up on my head.
Your silence says everything, Jamie.
Oh, okay. So Jefferson too, or also Jefferson? Is that his name?
Also Jefferson.
I'm gonna have to rename that thing. Also, Jefferson hangs out with you. The rest of you are kind of just keeping an eye out, sitting, waiting, hoping that those hook horrors just calm down.
Medicine kit. I'll figure out how to I'll add stuff later this week. I don't want to do it now. I'm gonna roll my hit dice though. Or how do I go ahead and do the hit?
Yeah, anyone who wants to roll hit die, you can go ahead and start rolling them. It's on your character sheet. At the top, there is a short rest button next to the long rest button. You can click that and it'll do the thing.
Get my John's energy back. I can't believe Slick just killed himself like that.
2, 3,
Yeep.
4.
Yeep.
We get all my spell slots back too.
Captain. Oh,
Right.
Captain.
As I'm getting attuned, I'm also using my genie magic abilities to see if those creatures are calming down and not freaking out anymore.
Can you elaborate on your genie magic ability?
Well, I can hear the sound within where my genie lamp's at.
Oh, I got you.
So I'm trying to hear if I hear any, or like scratching and shit like that.
You heard a little bit of it, but not nearby. Sounded like maybe more out towards the cavern. Perhaps these things are, I don't know, play fighting each other or fiddling around in the cavern. They still seem to be up and about, though. At least for the first hour. That's
Alright,
a
whatever.
lot of rolls. Are you doing anything with that hilt during this time, Slick?
Just well, we get attuned to it, so kind of just like looking at it and stuff.
Okay. So, an hour passes of the party sitting near the cavern entrance, just waiting, biding time. Perhaps another hour, and maybe these creatures will have calmed down. You're not quite sure. You hope.
Well, after especially like the short rest period, I'll like periodically like carefully walk back and just check because I'm a robot. I don't smell or nothing.
Okay, you do make sound, so absolutely, you can head back up there if you want to.
Very, very slowly. Very, very careful shuffles. Silent shuffling. After like an hour, I'll just go.
You want me to just go check on it?
You smell.
That's rude.
After 2 hours, we'll check on it. I'm not gonna tempt fate, beep.
Alright. Slick,
He's already dead.
as you're sitting holding this hilt, you're sort of just... It's my music duplicated, what in the world? Stop! You're examining this hilt just repeatedly, looking it up and down, looking it over, wondering how exactly it works. And you feel magic starting to just seep into you as you're holding this. And after about an hour of holding it, and just grasping at this longsword hilt, suddenly, an orange glowing beam shoots up right in front of your face and above your head, putting a hole in the hat you're currently wearing. I think you're wearing like a safari rimmed hat. Is that right? Or a wig right
my
now?
hair's all bugged out, so it was like one of the wigs that I had because I still look like a beholder.
It flies right in front of your face, just cutting through some of the hairs on your wig, until it looks like you're holding a sunblade.
What?
Let me add this to your
I'm a
inventory.
caster. I don't need that shit. But it's mine.
You should probably throw it on the ground.
It is in your Foundry character sheet now, in your
Throw it on the
inventory.
ground.
Just throw it on the ground. We don't need it.
There's a warlock
This item appears to be a monster.
sword specialty or whatever.
I think I might be able to show everyone else what it looks like, too. Let me see here. No pictures. Just imagine a long sword hilt with a low lightsaber beam coming out that looks bright yellow and orange.
I see I do this?
Do what?
Oh, only I can display. I can only display it for myself. I guess it says it's a legacy Sunblade, but I'm looking at a picture of it.
So, Slick, you're holding this Sunblade in your hand now. You have a feeling you should probably let more time pass before you try to anything funny outside of your lamp.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna cast Find Familiar. And I'm gonna bring out Jefferson's brother.
Damn.
which is an imp.
Just hate.
Jefferson.
Okay.
Poor Jefferson.
But we just used the Jefferson's icon for him.
Yeah.
So, but it has imp categories now, so I think it can turn invisible and stuff.
An imp skeleton Jefferson.
And he can
Um,
be in your lamp with you, right? There could be more than
yeah.
just you in there.
Yeah, I can bring other people in here if I want to.
All right.
And he's like, he's mad at me because I never bring him out. And I'm like, shut up, Jefferson's more behaved. And he and I are just arguing the whole time. And then I show him the thing, and it keeps turning on and off. He thinks-
So you're
I
just
forget what
yeah. You
his
can
name
retract
is.
and extend the blade as much as you want. You just up and
Yeah.
down. So more time
I'm
starts. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm just looking at my stuff. Never mind.
More time passes as you hang out in your lamp. A whole another hour goes by. All of you get the feeling it might be okay to take a peek, see if it's clear out there now.
All right, let's.
I sneak up there. No, wait. Also, Jefferson, get on here.
I'll follow her until like
Is
I'll follow her at least to the cap.
a longsword considered a light weapon?
Finesse weapon.
I'm being
Not-
a
but
sneaky
not
lady. He's just getting
Rats.
farther and farther away from me. I don't know why.
Hmm.
There he goes.
I don't want to get too far away from my light source, so I'm following pretty close.
How do I know if I'm proficient in a weapon or not?
Whatever.
I'll look into that later.
Really sense from here.
Sneaking.
We hear anything?
Pacha, as you head towards the room, first make a stealth check for me. Okay, you stand at the entrance of this large cavern once again to see if anything's changed. And you see those two giant monsters, both with a couple of wounds on them, resting again against the northern wall. They seem to be asleep again.
Use your focus strike.
Gonna set a barrel, an exploding barrel next to them. I say in Sal and Robot's heads, they seem to be asleep again. Shall I continue?
Beep.
Do I hear that beep?
That's good.
Yes,
We can't
yes, say the
answer-
beep out loud.
Yeah, we can't answer telepathically.
Hey, do you beep out loud, Robot?
I did, but not particularly loudly.
Pacha, you heard a faint
Beep.
in the hallway.
Alright. I proceed with caution. Sneaking.
Sure. You stay along the walls and are very stealthily moving to that corner of the cavern. There are a few things you notice in this area. One is there seems to be a pile of monster poo-poo along the northern wall. It looks very odd. Whatever these things have been eating is definitely not normal, but there is one humanoid-looking skeleton among them, or pieces of it. You also think you see a small-looking lamp deep in the corner of this cavern. And Slick, you're free to do whatever as well.
I look at the skeleton and go, oh no. Slick's definitely dead. I see his skeleton.
I don't hear anything, right?
Not unless she says something.
Sal.
Alright.
See this shiny little lamp
Slick
back
wouldn't
here?
have a skeleton, Sal.
I'm going
What she said doesn't make
to
sense.
hop out of my lamp.
She knows that, right? She understands that Slick was plasmoid. Yep.
So, Pancha, you see this lamp, green ooze start to pour out of it and envelop this lamp. And also it wedge itself into the corner. Way thinner than you've ever seen Slick. But you see parts of him that he keeps on him, You see a little beady eye and a mustache just start flowing into position, a little bow tie, and he's still just up against that corner, though.
Oh, you're alive. And I say back to Robot and Sal.
And I'm gonna be like,
Never mind, he didn't die.
are those really quietly? Are those guys?
That's
asleep
good, Beep.
yet?
I say in Slick's head at normal volume, yes.
Check this out. And I pull out the long sword, the sunblade, and I go, and it shines up, right?
Yeah, that actually puts off light as well.
Oh wait, that's bright, and I turn it off immediately. I'm like, all right, let's get out of here. And this time, I'm removing my disguise, and I'm gonna try to be very quiet.
Okay, you and Jefferson's brother are actually, we've got to get him on the field. I'm not gonna have him make a stealth check because you said that's imp form, right? I think those can just go invisible.
Yeah, he just go invisible. Yeah.
Well, here he is, just in case. Yeah, you guys start creeping out of the cavern. Slick, I will need you to make a stealth check.
Rats.
Oh god, Jesus.
I'll do it now, like suppose.
Okay, quit being mean. Go.
No whammies.
Okay, you're feeling pretty sneaky this time, Slick. Are you still doing your beholder thing?
I might as well if I'm this sneaky.
Okay, so this time around, you figured out a better way to move while trying to stealth in this form. You're using your lower little hole holding you up, kind of like tank tracks on the bottom as you slowly roll your goo forward along the floor instead of trying to lift or move it.
Sneaking away. Why is everything so dark for me though?
You have dark vision, but you do not have a light source. You see some light in the hallway, though, as you go around the corner.
Hey!
Yo, what's up, muchachos?
Oh,
Good
you
try.
are alive.
He's
Hey.
alive.
Hey, check this out. And I pulled out a sword. The sword, I go, shing! Then it shines bright.
Oh, wow.
So,
I guess that was worth dying for.
you know how to
Um,
use that thing?
No idea. So if I'm not proficient in a weapon and I try to attack with it, what happens? I get disadvantage.
No, you just don't get the proficiency bonus. So proficiency bonus is based on your level. At level 4, you have a +3, I think. So you would not get the +3 you'd normally get. You only get to add your strength or dexterity mod to attacks.
Yeah. I don't want this. Anyone can use this thing?
It's a finesse weapon?
Yes, meaning you can use your dexterity or strength when swinging with it.
It's not a simple weapon, right?
Marshall.
Oh, I see martial on my weapons, but I don't see finesse. Is that just...
Finesse is just a weapon
That's all that-
property. You don't have to have
That's-
finesse as a character.
I see. I'll use it.
All right. Then I hand it over to him.
Okay, so you will unattune to the item when handing it off. Sal, you have to spend some time to attune to it.
But before I do that, I need a piece of gold.
Okay.
I stick out one of my makeshift eyes.
I mean, that's a pretty cheap sword for.
Is the
That's a good deal. That's a good deal.
what is the conversion rate from like gold to silver to copper? Is it 10?
10 coppers a silver, 10 silvers. We're saying 10 silvers a gold because we don't do electrum in these parts. And 10 gold's a platinum.
So I could give Blick 100 copper and he'd get a gold.
Gold only.
All right, I'll flick you a piece of gold.
I don't even grab it. It just goes into my body and gets absorbed and immediately goes into the genie lamp.
Yeah, there's a. Can they see the lamp floating in your body?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it just goes in this. It gets sucked into this lamp that's just floating around inside of him.
I don't think we've seen that lamp before, but
I think you've seen it suck stuff before.
Yeah.
oh, maybe
I've
you're
seen the
right.
lamp.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, Dow,
Right,
Dow let me crash his place a little bit. Don't worry about it.
I see this sword and I see the hilt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm holding it in my hands and I'm like,
Thinking about it.
what is this?
Hold on to
What, what is this, a magic trick? You gave me a broken sword. It doesn't even work.
You
Where's
saw
the
it light
turn
up.
it on.
What do you mean? He just used it.
Tell me how to turn it on.
You gotta grab it. Think about it for a while.
Oh.
And then I did that and it turned on.
Okay.
What, think
Should
about
we
it for a
go
little
back to
bit?
the first room?
I mean, I don't want to take another rest like that.
We already sat around for a while.
Yeah.
No,
that was
we
boring.
Surely we. No,
Where'd you guys go?
we've checked out one other room and saw that we found some babies, but it's a highly secure room. We don't want to go in there.
What makes it secure?
Security.
Oh, you ran into some beholders?
No, they were ominous looking orbs and a magical eye.
Makes it secure.
The security.
You want me to send in Jefferson 2 in there?
No, none of us should go in that room.
But then, if you guys look at Jefferson
No.
2 and you realize this is not regular Jefferson, are you guys questioning this little imp creature with a sombrero?
We're not questioning it.
I'm gonna salute Jeff.
And he's just going.
This one's more annoying.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't know him out much.
He's not as well behaved. Let's see why.
Perhaps
he
I
was-
should continue to take lead.
Yeah,
Yes.
last time I was lead. It didn't end well. All right, Jefferson 2. You gotta pretend to be a beholder. You know what that is?
It's an odd sound.
Oh look, we picked
Almost-
up also Jefferson on the way.
It's also Jefferson. He just latched
Just
onto
lost
the
other
wall.
Jefferson.
Man's like all over on the aisles.
Yeah, I know. He just likes to go. All right, let him have his fun.
Does room still look the same without going into the hall? Alright, so don't go in this room.
What was that? Beholder language from earlier? I haven't practiced it. What did they say?
I peeked my head around this corner stealthily.
We haven't been down this way yet, so it's still.
Am I able to attune to this weapon while we're like walking around and stuff?
As long as you're able to keep your focus on it, but the moment you focus on something else, it gets interrupted.
All right. Well, I'll say that I would have started doing that way back here.
Oh, all right. Well, there goes also Jefferson again.
We're still keeping a relatively tight file.
Tight file.
Oh, especially because I'm a light source, so you know.
Has it been an hour?
No, not yet.
Let's just stop and wait here.
Robo,
Hour
what was
and-
that? What was that thing? They were saying Horfork and Horgan or something.
Horus and Hakan?
Yeah.
Horsenacan.
I can't believe I
Horsenacan.
understood what you meant,
I
B.
say, shut up. I look in here. What do I see?
Let me tell you. This room has a pungent smell, like a hint of death lingering in the air. A large natural pillar sits in the middle of the room. Various odd-shaped bones littering the floor. Looks like there might be an alien pile of viscera resting on the western side of the room.
What do you see, Baksha? Oh. continue to follow.
What poop?
Oh. That's a nasty looking boot.
I'm like keeping my head on a swivel.
And you just march to the room.
They're following behind me.
Are they?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
there they
writing
are.
my notes. I'm sorry.
Got a mind of his own. Also, Jefferson. Have fun down there.
Bye, Jefferson. Also Jefferson. Almost Jefferson.
Almost Jefferson.
Hmm.
That's the next familiar.
Maybe to. Yeah.
Your crab is.
Oh,
Hold on, Kim.
I
Hold,
know.
hold on. You just hold tight. Not Jefferson sprints
crap
down
for
the
you.
hallway and hops onto your shoulder.
You mean also Jefferson?
The Jefferson. God, yes, that.
Not also almost Jefferson.
Almost Jefferson.
Pasha, as you start walking down this hallway, so far it's just been corridors, carved corridors you've been traveling through since that large pillar room you were just in. But up ahead, you see some odd floating stones with a bluish hue to them. They're just rotating aimlessly in the air, like gravity is completely defied by them.
What
Are there
are
other rocks
these?
on the ground?
No.
What
I
did
take
we
one of
come
my
here for again?
boomerangs. I take one of my boomerangs and I throw it.
Adamantine?
I throw it into this one.
Okay. You throw your boomerang. Like, are we like doing an attack on it, or what are we doing? Because that's
No,
an
no,
attack.
I
It
just wanna,
sounds
like-
like.
I just want to like push it.
But you're throwing it, right?
Yeah. All right. I'm attacking it.
Okay.
What?
So you all
do you-
stop behind
Why are
Pacha.
you laughing like that? Why are
See
you
her
laughing like
take
that?
a
I don't like
boomerang just off of her side, hold it to strike, and throw it in the hallway. I'm not going to make you make an attack roll for this because it's impossible to miss, as it hits one of these rocks inevitably, and your boomerang clatters to the ground after hitting it, and the rock it hit just floats and bounces off a wall and knocks a few other rocks that all start moving in various directions.
What are. Beep? What the
The
beep?
boomerang falls to the ground.
Yes, it's on the ground now.
What?
I go retrieve my boomerang.
This
Okay.
might be what we're looking for.
You pick it up.
I'll pull out the sending stone. Tardo. Oh, wait. This is robot speaking. Hello. Beep. What does the adamantine look like? Beep. Over beep.
It doesn't take long, almost like Tardo's just been anticipating a contact at any second, as you hear a voice reply, "Large. Pretty big. Bigger than you, I imagine. Probably should have given you a way to lift it out, but get it out how you can. Did you find it?"
What is it? What do you know what color it is? We found some sort of interesting stone. Not as big as you say it is.
The reports weren't clear, but perhaps a shade of blue? Deep blue sounds right.
Do these look deep blue?
I'd say these.
These look like,
I'll examine these.
Light blue.
You can make an investigation check on them, whoever's trying to look them over.
I would like to investigate these. Compare and assess based off of Tardo's description.
They're blue.
You said investigation?
Mhm.
Probably these.
They're like green.
Pacha, this looks like what you could be looking for. And it looks like it could be quite the bounty, too. There's more than one here. You could potentially bring them all back. Robot, you look them over, and just based off the description, the size alone doesn't really make sense. It could have shattered on impact. You don't remember anything mentioning about whatever the makeup of it causing it to just float, though. That strikes you as odd. You're not sure if this is what you need or not.
This is something else. Oh, we're about to start out. This is something else.
Well, keep looking and stay safe. Everything going well so far?
Beep.
Yes. Beep.
Good. Keep it up.
I guess I make my way through the rocks.
Now, are there any like small pieces?
Yeah, there's some pretty small ones. Looks like maybe a couple
Okay,
get put in a pocket.
Yeah, I want to take some of them.
Okay. So you, where are you putting them? I don't think you got pockets. You got a backpack though.
I do. I'm gonna put them in there.
So you,
Which my backpack is just kind of my belly.
yeah.
So open it up like a furnace. Boop.
Were you saying something, Slick?
Yeah, so these aren't the rocks?
No, these are something else.
What are they?
Something else.
Not what we're looking for.
How do you know they're not the rocks?
Pardo even mentioned he should have given us something that would have let us lift it out because of how big it is. And that it's a deep blue. I don't know. This doesn't fit the description.
Colorblind, I don't know. That looks blue. It could be green even.
So, Pacha, you kind of just push your way through these rocks, and it feels like as if, again, that gravity doesn't exist for these things, as you just have to lightly push some out of the way moving through. Robot, you follow suit, but you see one that looks like it could fit in your storage, so you just grab it, open up, and put it away. And the moment you seal that storage slot up, you hear a just get louder and louder. Did y'all hear that? That came through on the mic?
No.
Okay, you hear like this humming, high-pitched sound that starts off quiet and gets louder and louder until, where is your storage on your body? Is it in your body, you said?
I mean, but if I like feel it, does it feel weird? I can hear it, right?
It's vibrating and feels weird.
Oh, then that doesn't feel good. I'll open up my chest and just kind of look at it. So just kind of like.
So, unfortunately, it doesn't take that long for this to occur. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh. And I would like to use my built for success.
Mm-hmm.
I forget why there it is. Okay. I thought maybe it would roll for me. It does not.
Do they give you a plus D4? Okay. So that's 16? Okay, good. Yeah, that's a success. So you hear this hum get louder and louder, and your chest or wherever your storage compartment is start vibrating. The moment you start to open it, you feel something imminent about to happen with this stone that got stored, like it's about to explode. You hastily get it out of you, but you're just a hair late, as you're going to take half of 14 force damage and get shoved back along this wall as the stone explodes in front of you.
Oh, lovely.
Ow.
Whoa. All right then.
Ow. Well, that could have been worse. Oops. That's the wrong one.
Don't take those home.
I can do the damage for you if you want. I got it.
I did it. I just did it wrong the first time. Alright, well, I guess leave these here. Just be careful walking through them. Good thing it didn't explode when you threw your boomerang at it, Bakta.
So because you suffered the damage from it, you can deduce that when these things are in a confined or restricted space, they react violently.
I'm gonna take one with me though, like a pet rock, and just kind of like
Just hold it out in the
Just
open.
tie a little string to it.
Yeah, I don't have a string, so I'm just kind of gonna like push it and guide it along.
Sure.
Like when you're
So
watching the bus when you were in like
The-
middle school, you're kicking the rock down the road.
Yeah. The like keep it up with a balloon.
Okay, yeah,
The
you got it with you. Just remember it.
the one that exploded though is gone, right? It just
Yeah,
blew up.
that's in pieces.
Okay.
Fragments.
Are those still floating fragments, or are they on the ground?
They're on the ground. They've lost all properties.
Right.
All right. Okay then. I'll do a quick mending on myself too, actually.
I'll walk through.
Yeah.
Target yourself and mend away.
I say, be stealthy.
You say be stealthy, and you hear the sound of metal working behind you in the cavern as Robert repairs himself. I think I have to heal you for that, unless you got it.
Oh. I stop.
Hit die. How do I know to hit die again? Oh, just go to long rest.
I
No?
stop and say in everyone's heads, this is the room with the children. Or offspring.
Well, we don't want to go in there, do we? Probably not.
I can't see anything, so I.
I don't even know my hit die again. Holy rot.
It's in short rest, I believe. Or you can your hit die as a cleric. I think
Oh,
is
yeah.
1d8. You can just roll 1d8. There you go.
Thank you, short rest. The dent in my back buffs right out. Ah, that's much better. Beep.
Like a plunger, like stuck to it.
So we're turning back around.
Yeah.
We'll light the way.
Maybe Pacha should leave.
Carefully.
Lead again.
Yeah. Carefully navigating, maintaining my pet rock. Any of you guys have a container?
No, thank you.
I might like some camping gear. Make a nice little grenade type thing.
You gotta throw it in the beholder's mouth.
Sure, if it closes its mouth, it will. Wait, do beholders have mouths?
Yeah, big tons.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
surprised y'all haven't noticed.
notice
Just
what?
one.
I've been making right turns this entire time.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn, that left turn up there looked kind of interesting too.
Going to the right, baby.
I'm believing the right turn.
That's what we get when we let her lead.
Oh, she has so much defense.
Oh, what is
Yeah.
this?
So, about this room. This chamber seems more familiar aesthetically compared to the rest of the cavern you've seen thus far. The rest of the cavern's been a little alien in design, but this room looks like more templish than anything. The walls, floors, and ceiling are carved into a smooth surface, and some pillars are lining the room. And at the end of the room is an altar with a floating lens above it. It feels like you've walked into a temple of sorts. An odd brine, however, lines some of the walls and floors and random spots in this area.
I relayed that to everyone behind me.
What did you say about the floors?
An odd brine covers the floors and some of the walls in this room. A greenish, mucusy substance.
Don't touch that. Eat.
And Above
what?
the altar had a floating
Lens.
lens.
Kind of like not a. It's like a monocle, but just a glass part.
Yeah.
Is there any treasure?
The lens, possibly. Should we carefully go in? This room is almost certainly a danger.
What are these? Pillars?
Pillars.
Just pillars.
As far as you know so far.
But they appear different than the rest of the room.
They do. They look carved out of a deep black stone. Which has matched nothing you've seen thus far.
Ooh. Wait, I have an idea. Don't go in there yet. I'm gonna take my pet rock. I'm gonna push it into the middle of the room.
Okay, you take your rock and push it past Sal and Paksha, and it just starts rotating and floating into the room. And it starts slowing as you push it towards the middle. It floats a little bit past. Maybe floats to about like right there. And then now it's just floating in the middle of the room.
I know immediate danger. I don't trust this wall stuff.
Is that the adamantite?
I don't think so.
No.
That's black. So this doesn't look like any kind of like rock or anything any of us have ever seen.
Doesn't look like what we're after.
Or stone or whatever. The pillars.
No, they do not.
As a ooze creature, does the floor ooze look like ooze to me that could be living?
Head up. You can head to one of the puddles and make an investigation check on it.
Just realized that Slick is just Odo from Deep Space. I just realized that.
I don't know what that is.
Here's Odo.
So whatever this stuff is, it's way more disgusting than what you are, Slick. Whatever its makeup is has nothing to do with your
That's
body.
Rude. That's low-key rude as fuck.
I'm just telling
I'm
you.
gonna keep going up.
Anybody have any way of reaching a distance without going in there?
This Slick's just rolled his way up to the deeper in the room.
As I
Watching
get
it
closer
happen.
to it, what does it look like to me?
It looks
wanna-
like a lens just floating above an altar.
What do you mean, like a lens? Like,
An oval, see-through, clear lens.
okay.
I would like
I
to.
would like to. Oh, you
Sorry,
go.
go ahead. No, I just
I
wanted
like
to
to
look at the.
Oh.
Sorry, I just wanted to look at the wall real quick. Is there any kind of like notchings in it or etchings?
You looking at one of the
Slots.
pillars?
Yeah,
Make a perception
Like,
check.
basically anything that might come out of it. Any orifices? I'd like to inspiration myself.
Please do.
Oh,
Guidance?
I was a little inspired. I forgot. I keep forgetting to do it to myself.
So you look at this pillar up and down, and you don't really see any slits or any things that looks like something's gonna like shoot out of it. You do find a little odd in one random spot on it though. It's kind of because you're having to feel on it a little bit. It feels like you're feeling over like a very thinly carved eye on that pillar. Not in a particular symmetrical spot either.
I say that about the thinly carved eye.
Hmm.
This feels strange. Is it
That's
looking at me? Is it like open?
No, the way it's carved, it looks like the eye's closed.
I'm gonna get closer to the lens and I'm gonna examine it without touching it for any kind of magical properties.
Sure, make an Arcana check. And also, you're a little far away to do that right now. You have to move up a little closer. There you go. Nothing happens. Okay.
You fell into my trap card.
You survey this floating lens. The fact it's floating already gives you an idea that there's something magical about it, but you're certain, after examining it for a bit, that it has some type of magical effects on it itself.
Am I able to recognize it, or like know what school of magic it could be potentially?
This feels kind of alien. It's really hard to tell, but you feel like it has some sort of magic having to do with the mind.
I grab it.
Okay. You grab the floating lens and hold it in your hand. And the lens doesn't do anything, but the room does. As all around you, eyeballs start to open up. Robot, as you're examining one in front of you, it actually opens and just stares right at you. In fact, all of these eyeballs are now looking at all of you.
Oh.
I wonder if they need the lens to see.
Well, you could try putting it back.
Yeah, I put my monocle where that lens was.
You take your monocle off and put it there?
Yeah.
You take your monocle off and set it on the altar, hoping something happens here. Maybe you just gave it a replacement. And as soon as you set it on that altar, your monocle starts to float, and the eyes they're all looking at you start to shut.
Oh. Good job, Slick. Was that a sentimental monocle?
No. Got it from a thrift shop. Can
you see without it?
I examined the lens and I put it towards my eye. I guess where my eye was, the other monocle.
So you place that lens towards your face. Are you like trying to put it where your monocle was?
Yeah, like as a replacement.
Okay, you try to put it there as a replacement, hoping you could kind of jam it in there a little bit. Maybe it'll stick in your goo, because there's no attachment around it. It literally is just the lens.
It just floats.
When you place it there, it actually floats away from your eye a little bit and stays perfectly in match with where you don't have actual eyes, but where the bead representing your eye is. You don't have to attune to this, but you immediately know what it is the moment it starts floating in front of you. I'll have to add this to your inventory later, but I'll go ahead and read out to what it is. This is a lens of psionic insight. Once per day, you can cast Detect Thoughts for an entire hour at will. It also changes colors based on how you feel, or what your mood is.
Wait, like the other dude.
And you can hear fragmented thoughts randomly at all times.
You think that other guy back from the who owned the shop was reading our thoughts the whole time? Because his eyes changed color.
You asking me?
No.
Maybe.
At the shop? You mean the quartermaster? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just I don't know. I don't
Ah.
remember.
Check out the new molecule, boys.
Though it did seem to be changing with his mood as well. Does yours do that now? What color is it?
Green. Or
Yeah,
greed.
You have control over that completely, Slick.
For greed. Neat.
I take my spot back in the lead.
I cast Detect Thoughts on Jefferson too.
You can cast it and try to read Jefferson's thoughts if you want.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Mine blank. It's just a classic monkey with the symbols.
And then go.
Has this sword hilt done anything yet?
It has not been an hour. So not in this case. It's been maybe like 10 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that.
I did post a quick message in the Discord if anyone saw that. FYI.
Ooh, let me take a peek. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Because, actually, just keep proceeding. You'll see why it's fine.
I'm gonna carefully step over or step around the goo.
Yeah, I don't want to step in this poop.
Just
What kind of thoughts am I hearing randomly, Jamie?
Yeah, Paksha just stepped through the brine. It kind of stuck to her feet, but it didn't do anything other than that. Just gross. So the thoughts you hear right now wearing that slick are very, like I said before, fragmented. So you can't actually hear it clear thoughts, but you might hear like half of a word sometimes based on what your party's thinking. So, for instance, you would have heard like "ein" referring to brine when one of your party members went past it. You would have heard half of a beep, like an "eep" from Robot thinking about beeping, stuff like that.
Is it like a like when your smoke detector is out of batteries?
Yeah, that's what you get to live with now. You'll have that random beep occasionally, and we're like, "Did I hear that, or do I gotta change the batteries?"
So
Don't know if it's real or not.
This tinnitus.
This chamber is large and relatively devoid of detail. More stalactites than usual rest on the ceiling of this area, and a large natural stone pillar lays in the middle, slightly to the west side of the room. More importantly, you see a few more of those small eyeball creatures up ahead. These ones aren't asleep. They seem to be staring at each other at different intervals. You can't tell if they're communicating with each other or what.
They were
I don't know
like,
what they know.
what were they? They're like little beholders?
Little baby holders.
Little baby ones? Oh. They're awake. Is there any security in this room? I can't see anything but the one.
How secure is the room?
Pretty open?
Secure?
There are 3. I say in everybody's head, there's 3 I can see.
Is there a spot we could move in closer? Get a better position? Perhaps we could sneak on them.
I try and sneak in.
Like,
stealth
some of them
check.
also might be peaceful.
Paksha?
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, you sneak right in, around the corner, trying to get out of sight.
I don't know what to do now.
Do you see anything more?
I see another passageway to the north.
I'm gonna carefully come in and towards the left of the wall.
Robot, make a stealth check from here. Okay, that's pretty good. I feel like you may have gotten them to not notice you, walking as quietly as possible.
Very good. Stand next to Bakra.
My turn.
Salazar,
I'm wearing chainmail.
give me a stealth check. All right. So, Salazar, you tiptoe into the room as well. But, you're just a bit too bulky. You're still wearing that heavy armor as just a perfect wrong, but perfect sounding tune of clink, clink, clink of your gear as you move in. One of these creatures turns and looks at you, and it just lets out this, not even a growl, but kind of this, just starts flopping its tongue as it looks towards you. Another one looks at you, and immediately they open their mouths and their eyes all aim at you, and they get aggressive. We would be going into initiative, but we're going to go ahead and call it for the evening. And new Somebody was going to trigger that.
But me and Pakra are not seen.
That's true. Yeah, they don't know you're there right now. They only
Well,
know.
that would have been fine, but although I adjusted my character sheet and everything, I did not alter my armor.
Oh, yeah, that the chainmail gives you the disadvantage. So yeah, if you had been wearing the leathers, would have been just regular. But that's okay. Now we get to have fun and check the power level of these things, right? That probably won't be a big deal. You guys are strong.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
Level
not
4.
a problem at
They're
all.
just babies. How bad can it be? Only baby disintegration.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, just babies.
I've been fucked up by a swarm of knives and spoons before, so.
That's true.
It did happen. All right. Well, I guess yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bounce out of here. Thanks for everybody watching. It's been another Cloak and Stagger Spelljammer episode. It's number 10. If you like, please subscribe. You know, that helps us in the long run. We are trying to grow this channel. Or give the video a like. Appreciate that too. I think we're getting kind of close to 500 subscribers, actually. One of my awesome players here recommended that maybe we do something about that. So I'm going to have a talk with our other DM, see what we can come up with. Maybe come up with something cool. But either way, thanks for being here. Hopefully we'll see you this Friday for Shattered Obelisk at 7:30 p.m. Central. And yeah, more D&D to come. Y'all have a good one.